This would still only put them at a market cap of about $10 billion, which would still be 5 times less than Biogen. Hey guys, welcome to Dreamcoin, where we show you how to invest for a better tomorrow. My name's Tyler, and today we're going to be going over the company Cassava Sciences, why it ran over 20% today between pre-market and normal market hours, and where I see the company going into the future. For anybody unfamiliar with what they deal in, they are looking to treat Alzheimer's and also bring about an easier way to test to see if somebody is either in the process of having Alzheimer's or on their way due to blood tests and different things like that. Essentially, they're trying to make the quality of life for people that potentially could have Alzheimer's a bit easier through both their testing system and their treatments. And the big thing to keep in mind is that one of their bigger competitors right now, Biogen or BIIB, just recently got an FDA approval on an Alzheimer's drug, which could open the doorway for Cassava Sciences to also have that option in the future. Their blood-based testing system is SAVA, and this would be a new way for people to figure out if somebody has Alzheimer's or if they're interested in seeing that they have possibly the onset of looking into having Alzheimer's over the next few years into the future, depending on when they're getting tested. And they believe as a company that if they can get this out onto the marketplace with a high efficiency rate, this could be replacing and making obsolete a lot of those different ways that are used in medical settings to basically diagnose Alzheimer's disease. The main treatment for Alzheimer's that they're currently running through clinical trials is called cy/𝗵𝗵𝗻, and it's basically a way that is more unconventional compared to different ways that other companies have been looking to treat Alzheimer's. Rather than trying to clear the amyloid out of the brain, they are actually just trying to reshape and reinforce the strength of a specific protein in the brain, and this would be known as filament A. This would also be an oral drug, so you wouldn't have to do any crazy injections or different kinds of possibly surgeries to insert these into a patient's body for treatment. So this comes with a lot more of an easier access for different people in a lot of different settings depending on where they're at. A big part of why they've been running lately is just because they were severely oversold and down in price from this year. Over a period of a couple months, they were trading $30 to $40, which is severely undersized for where they should be as a company pertaining to what they're currently doing. But they announced that they have a partnership with Premier Research International to conduct their clinical studies in patients, and this gives them a lot more access to different kinds of scenarios that they could possibly be playing out, and more controlled testing with placebos, and then also more access to different technology that they might not have had before this partnership has allowed them to. Not only that, Premier Research International has been involved in different clinical studies in neuroscience before, so this adds some more experience to their team as they try to collect data for their treatments going into the future. These are different price targets that analysts have put out for them with an average of 87.60, and obviously they're already higher than that. I think these are very low-balled for where the company is headed in the future based on what they're currently trying to treat. I will be giving you guys a few scenarios while looking at the charts to see where the stock price could be going over the long term. So as you can see, they've basically doubled since May, where they were trading around $40 to $45 for a period of time, and then as of today they hit a high of 92.32. So this has been a very good trend upwards for them, reversing off of the bottom that they were sitting at for a couple months prior in this year. As we look at the chart on a longer timeline, you can see back in the beginning of February they traded at a high of around $130, and this is obviously a huge upside from where they've been trading even recently with their steep rise that they've been seeing over the past couple weeks. But I'm going to be giving you guys a bull case scenario for where I think they can go based on their relationship to Biogen as a competitor and where Biogen went after FDA approval. Currently, their market cap is only $3.59 billion as of today with their current price trend. And we're going to compare that to BIIB or Biogen's market cap, where they're currently sitting about $57 billion and trading at a price of $380 per share. As we look at SAVA's market cap compared to Biogen, they are obviously a lot less in value considering where they're currently trading. And if we hypothesize that SAVA gets FDA approval for their treatment of Alzheimer's alongside gets possible marketability for their blood marker tests to see if somebody has Alzheimer's as an alternative to current conditions, we could be looking at a possible upside for me of $250 of share as of right now. This would still only put them at a market cap of about $10 billion, which would still be 5 times less than Biogen. If we wanted to be just ridiculous and match market cap with BIIB, which I don't think is entirely fair right now since they did get their FDA approval, we could be seeing SAVA over $700, which is just absurd to think of in a setting like this. But I think anywhere from $250 to $300 is a very safe idea to think of right now, considering that would still leave them about 5 times undervalued as compared to one of their major competitors in the market space. And let's say their treatment is more efficient than Biogen's, since Biogen's has been having some different conflicting arguments on whether or not the data is actually viable in their past studies leading an FDA approval. We could be seeing them stealing some of that market share from Biogen as well as we look more over the next couple years. So for me, I'm going to be looking at a potential upside of about $300 on Cassava Sciences once they possibly get more data out and get an FDA approval, on top of possibly looking towards making testing more efficient for people looking to see if they have Alzheimer's. I think this is a very fair price argument considering that we are factoring in their competitors that already are working in this space with similar types of things under their pipelines. And so it's going to be interesting to watch this over the next couple of years and see how they can compete on the market space with these other companies. If you want to check out one of my other pharma or biotech stock videos, I do have a playlist up now for you guys to see everything in order. You can kind of skim through, find something that looks interesting to you, because I've done stuff all the way from just medical technology all the way through to revolutionary new possible psychedelic drugs for mental health patients. So there's a lot of variety in there for you depending on what you're looking to invest in. And this would be a good starting point for anybody trying to get more into my videos in this space of the stock market. Thank you guys so much for the support lately. We just hit 1,500 subscribers, which is crazy to think about since we just started this back at the beginning of February. And I'm hoping to be doing this for a long time for you guys, whether bringing you current market news or putting you on to a new stock that you may not have heard of or have barely dug into and want some more research on it consolidated for you. I'll be happy to get more content out for you guys over the long period of time. Other than that, that's going to do it for me in this video today, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.